Hi everyone. Last week we held our Cherryland annual meeting, so I thought I would just take a second and update you on some of the things that happened there. First, our election results were announced. We had almost 4,000 members vote in this year's election. That's about 11.5% voter turnout, which is great, a little more than usual, so we really appreciated that engagement from our members. And the results were that Dean Adams and Melinda Lautner were reelected as at-large members of our board, and Val Handy was reelected as the representative of the Benzie, Manistee, and Wexford County District. So thank you again to everyone who took the time to vote either before the annual meeting online or in person at the annual meeting. You can find the results of the voting on our website if you're interested in the details. The other really cool thing that happened that night is we were taking the opportunity to celebrate Willie Wired Hand's 75th birthday. Those of you who are co-op champions know Willie. He's been our mascot for, well, 75 years, obviously. So we kind of made birthdays the theme of the evening. Here's a couple fun facts for you. We had about 1,000 members attend the annual meeting, and combined, they ate 1,400 units of ice cream and cupcakes in Willie's honor. So plenty of sweets to go around for everybody who was there. We also took the opportunity to support a really cool initiative that our annual meeting host, Incredible Mo's, has done in our community. They donate birthday parties to kids whose families would not otherwise be able to afford to have a birthday party for them. So we went ahead and gave them a $2,000 donation from Cherryland to help support that effort over the coming year. And I know that every dollar we spend is a member dollar, so I just want to say how grateful I am to be a part of an organization where you allow us to continue to invest in our community and invest in our partners who are doing good things in our community. The last thing that I wanted to talk to you about really briefly is what I updated the membership on in my State of the Co-op speech that night. If you want to see the entire 20-minute speech, you are welcome to check that out on our social media or on our website. But basically what we talked about was the decision that we have made to move forward with building a new headquarter facility. I've talked a little bit about this last year, so it's not totally new news. Explained that we were going to kind of go through a strategic analysis of our facilities needs, but we knew we had outgrown our location here in Grand and needed to do something different. Updated on kind of what the insights we got out of that analysis, and officially announced that we're going to purchase 40 acres on Rainy School Road, which is not very far from here, and build a new headquarters facilities over the next few years. We took the opportunity to kind of reflect, not just talk about what we're going to do next, but reflect on what we've done over the 50 plus years we've been here in our office in Grand. And there's some really cool stats that I thought I would just share with you really quick before I wrap up this video. So if you go back to when we built this facility here in the early 70s, we had about 10,000 members and about 35 employees. Today, we serve about 40,000 members with about 65 employees. So we've had quite a bit of growth on our system, but what's really interesting is we've also become much more efficient along the way, and we're serving more members per employee than we did even back in the 70s. The other kind of interesting thing that's happened during that period of time is the amount of infrastructure that we manage. So back in the early 1970s, we had about 1,500 miles of electric line. About 8% of that was underground, and the other 92% was overhead. Today, we have almost 3,200 miles of electric line, and it's about 50-50 overhead and underground. So just a real shift in kind of what our infrastructure looks like and what we maintain on your behalf. That also just means we have to have more inventory on site. We have to have different kinds of equipment to maintain both overhead and underground. So that's really the space where we just find ourselves and able to kind of make our current location work for us and work for you. The other kind of interesting two stats that I shared that have changed since the 70s that I think are really, really cool are really tied to the value we bring to our members. So back in the early 1970s, on average, our members experienced about 200 outage minutes per year. Last year, our members experienced about 60 outage minutes, which is a 70% improvement in electric reliability since the 1970s to today, which is just really, really cool to be able to kind of see the effect of all those investments we've made in this system on your behalf. But here was the other really cool stat that we shared. The average electric bill back in 1975 was $30.50 a month. Today it's about $115 a month. But if you look at that as a percentage of median household income in our region, back in the 1970s, people were spending about 3.5% of their household income on their electric bill. Today, that's about 1.75%. So this really cool thing has happened where as we've become lean and very, very efficient on your behalf and made all those investments on your behalf, we've improved your reliability almost threefold while simultaneously decreasing the energy cost burden on your household income by about half. So just really, really neat to reflect on the things we've been able to accomplish for our members with this office here in Grand and kind of make that promise that we are going to continue to do everything we can to bring you maximum value as we work towards a new facility that's going to give us a little bit, well, not a little bit, a lot more space, and also a little bit more readiness to respond to the growth in our area, the storms, things like that. Like today, we can't keep a bunch of stuff. We don't really have space to store a bunch of stuff if we needed it in a storm event. And then also really looking very seriously about cyber and physical security as we build that new location, because we know that cyber and physical security are ultimately grid security in today's world. So we're really excited about that. We do have a landing page on our website where you can find out everything that we have to share right now about that new build, but also we'll keep updating it as we go with more detailed timelines and budgets. So please check that out and feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions.